video, I'm going to cover the concept of creating a radius between these two lines. So that radius is going to be tangent to each angled line. Tangent means it just hits at one point. We're going to be doing a 40 millimeter radius. And in order to establish that, I need to establish a center point that is 40 millimeters off of this line and 40 millimeters off of this line. So I need parallel lines 40 millimeters apart. Two different ways we can approach that. We can measure 40 millimeters, or whatever our measurement is. And we'll do another one, 40 millimeters. And I'll connect those lines. Now what's important, and I didn't really explain when I did this, is that if I'm measuring 40 millimeters, I need to be perpendicular. I need to be pretty accurate. If I were to measure 40 millimeters on an angle, you can see it's not in the same point as that line. Now the other way to construct this, now I need to copy this line or offset it 40 millimeters. So the other way to do that is to use a compass. And so I can take my compass and I can dial it in to 40 millimeters. And what I like to do is measure out a start point, an end point, and set my compass up that way, because then I know where the lead's hitting. It's going exactly through that point. All right, so now what I do to establish that line is I swing an arc, and I swing an arc, a minimum of 2 arcs, but I always recommend 3, because if you only do 2 arcs and you're off on 1, your line won't be parallel. If you run 3, that point needs to pass through all 3 arcs. And so it's a way of testing accuracy. All right, so I create my line, and this is the point we were looking for. Again, we had parallel lines, 40 millimeters in this case. Why 40 millimeters? Well, that is the radius that we want to put right here. Since my compass is already dialed into 40, I'm good to go. I put my point on the intersection, and I create the arc. Okay, and it is tangent because it is just touching here and here at one point.